So, very interesting perspective here. This guy is saying that the markets are mostly controlled by macroeconomics, which we all agree. He also says that he does not believe the connection between altcoins and Bitcoin dominance, which I then think merits some discussion. We need to talk about where Bitcoin dominance comes from and what it even means. You see, when we talk about prices going up in general markets, what we're actually saying is people are buying. Prices will not go up if people do not buy, yes? And prices will not go down if people do not sell. If nobody buys and nobody sells, price will just stay there. It won't go anywhere. Yes, we can all agree on that. Now, when it comes to altcoins in crypto, the same rules apply, but with a little difference that most people do not focus on. When people talk about prices in crypto or in altcoins specifically for this video, they're talking about these figures right here, these dollar figures. But most people do not immediately understand that these figures, the dollar figures that you see here, are just a representation of how much these altcoins are worth in Bitcoin terms. Some time ago, we did not have stablecoins, so USDT did not exist. If you wanted to buy any altcoin, and they call it altcoins because they are quite literally alternative coins, alternative to Mr. Bitcoin right there. To buy any alternative coins, you needed Bitcoin, so you were quite literally using Bitcoin to exchange for an altcoin. That made Bitcoin the primary method of exchange in crypto, and that is still the case today. It's the default currency in crypto, which is why you even see this right here, USD or BTC. When we change it to BTC, it will look like so. So we see that BTC is only one. Yes, we see Ethereum at 0.02531 BTC. That's its real value. Now, one thing that you must have noticed, even if you've been in crypto just for about a week, is that they all seemingly go up at the same time or go down at the same time. And mostly that's when BTC either goes up or goes down. So why is that? Is it that everybody agrees to buy and sell at the same time? Is everybody actually agreeing to buy every single coin and sell every single coin at the same time? No, is that their liquidity is actually tied to BTC, some directly and some indirectly. We're going to explain what that even means. So, direct liquidity means that they have a trading pair with BTC. So, they have a pair which you can directly exchange BTC to, say, Ethereum or Solana or Polkadot or Cardano without needing any stablecoin. Indirectly, in the sense that every coin must have a primary trading pair. If you have a token that launched on Ethereum and is trading on Uniswap, or if you have a token that launched on Solana and is trading on perhaps say Jupiter, or a token that launched on BNB and is trading on PancakeSwap, their trading pairs will be Ethereum or ETH, Sol and BNB respectively. So that's how indirectly they are linked to Mr. BTC, because their primary trading pairs are directly paired to BTC, so a common liquidity there. It also has to do with market sentiment as well. If BTC is in some type of big 50% crash, well, nobody will be wanting to invest in that token, so it will as well just plummet. In some cases, they do not, because it's not a direct link, but in most cases, you will not sustain a pump on those tokens if BTC is in a free fall. So why am I explaining all of this just to come back to Bitcoin dominance? Well, the pairs that you have with Bitcoin, which we see their numbers here, are all represented in that singular Bitcoin dominance chart. So Bitcoin dominance is simply a representation, like a tug of war representation between Bitcoin and all altcoins. When Bitcoin dominance goes up, it quite literally means that traders in these pairs, so you see the pairs here, yeah? These numbers that you see here are prices of altcoins in Bitcoin terms, like how many Bitcoin units would it take to buy, say, a single unit of an altcoin. Like here, this is how much Bitcoins you need to buy 1 XRP. So when Bitcoin dominance goes up, it means traders in these pairs are selling their altcoins for more Bitcoins, which is what they've been doing for about the past 3 years. Now, one thing that you did mention here is that it's not only through Bitcoin dominance going down that altcoins get to go up, and that's true. But when we are specifically talking about alt season, it quite literally means that Bitcoin dominance is going down. When Bitcoin dominance is going up, that's Bitcoin season. It doesn't matter what altcoin goes up in that time, yeah, because we do have stable coins, because people can directly buy altcoins now without using Bitcoin. That doesn't matter. What matters when we talk about alt season is Bitcoin dominance going down, meaning traders here selling their Bitcoins for altcoins. That's alt season. And it has not happened yet. We are yet to see it. Now, lastly, to conclude, which is actually an important point that we need to make, is that these values here are actually worth a certain amount in dollar terms. And the amount that they are worth is what we see here. So Ethereum is worth $2,771 because of this Bitcoin value right here. Now, that is super significant because if Bitcoin goes up in dollar terms, yeah, so BTC to USD, if that goes up, if Bitcoin goes up on that value, this figure right here will also be worth more, which means that Ethereum will be worth more even though its Bitcoin value is unchanged. So you will have a situation where when Bitcoin pumps, they are all pumping, not because people are buying them, but because their value in Bitcoin terms is worth more in dollar terms. And of course, the reverse is true. When Bitcoin's dollar value goes down, their value is still unchanged, or it may change, yeah? Like here, we have ETH actually going up by 4%, and we have XRP going down by 7% on its BTC valuation right here. So it can change. But let's just assume that it doesn't change, yeah? So even if their values are unchanged, if Bitcoin's price in dollars goes to the downside, they will all go down. Why? Because their value here is now worth less in dollar terms. So you see why they all move up and move down together? It's because of this. It's really not because of people deciding to say, hey, let's all buy now or let's all sell now. No, that's not how it works. But of course, sometimes you'll have situations where traders on the ETH to BTC pair are favoring ETH. Hence why you will see ETH overperforming BTC. So perhaps BTC goes up by 5% and ETH goes up by 10 or 15%. That's because in that particular pair, ETH is being favored. Other times you may see it with Solana, and we've seen a lot of that in the past couple of years. If you go to the Sol to BTC chart, you will see that Sol has been overperforming BTC, even overperforming relative to ETH. Anyway, I hope this clears things up. I hope you are basically a professor at this stuff now. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. But until the next video, stay safe.